Dr. Small, this week the Americans for Public Trust released a report that documented that China has donated over $175 million this year, over the last year alone, to U.S. colleges. And I wonder what connections you have found between the influence campaigns of the Chinese Communist Party, that money that's being sent to U.S. colleges, and to groups like Students for Justice in Palestine.
So thank you for your question. It's an important issue. And in our circles, we sort of joke that the Chinese government steals IP from the United States and the Qataris buy it. And these are both important issues. So the Chinese Communist Party is connected, for example, to, in our assessment, to Code Pink, for example. We have people like Mr. Roy Singham supporting kind of the extreme left in the United States and some of these issues on campus that we're confronting in terms of anti-Semitism. Radical Islamist organizations such as the Muslim Brotherhood, Hamas, and the Palestinian Islamic Jihad have long cooperated and trained together with radical Marxist organizations such as the PFLP and the Democratic Front for the Liberation of Palestine. And this sort of exploded on our campus on October the 7th. So U.S. groups echoing these narratives and these type of kind of extreme groups, violent groups on campus.
I got a lot I want to get through.
We call it the
but you can't establish a link between the Chinese influence campaigns and Students for Justice in Palestine.
We call it the Red-Green Alliance. So on campus,
the Red-Green Alliance. I want to get to that. Because the connections between China and the radical Islamists like Hamas are no coincidence, called the Red-Green Alliance, as you said. Yeah. And the socialist left and radical Islamists are coordinated to undermine the United States and Israel, and Code Pink is a big part of it. And it's too bad that our Code Pink guest had to leave because I really want to get into that. Dr. Small, Code Pink isn't just a far-left anti-war protest group anymore. It has become a direct tool of the Chinese Communist Party and the CCP influence in the United States, funded by CCP intermediaries. Code Pink is defending the Communist Party's internment of the Uyghurs. I mean, it's really crazy, but Code Pink is defending the human rights abuse against Uyghur Muslims. Code Pink says that Taiwan is a part of China, and they even accuse the U.S. of being the invader during the Korean War. Isn't that correct? Code Pink calls America the arsenal of genocide. And just yesterday, they interrupted a Senate Intelligence Committee hearing shouting anti-Israel slogans. Dr. Small, what links are you aware of between the CCP and Code Pink and other pro-Hamas organizations?
So our colleagues have done some research on this. There definitely is links. There's links to Hamas. There's links to the Iranian revolutionary regime as well. The Code Pink people have visited Gaza and Iran on various occasions. So there is this sort of, they embody the Red-Green Alliance. They're anti-American, anti-democratic, anti-Semitic.
Yeah, I'm really sorry they left because I wonder, like, do they even know that? Do they understand that? Do they understand that do they agree with that, or are they taken advantage of by Code Pink organizers and financiers?
Yeah, I think they take advantage of the free speech that we have here. And I think, in a way, a lot of this conversation was framed as free speech. But I also think in terms of anti-Semitism and what's taking place on campus is intimidation, violence, and criminal activity. So I wish there would be somebody from a police force here. We've spoken to NYPD.
I want to get to that. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to enter a letter into the record that I sent to the Attorney General Pam Bondi yesterday requesting an investigation of Code Pink for violating the Foreign Agents Registration Act.
Without objection.
And Dr. Small, do you think Code Pink's leaders may fit the definition of foreign agents, and should they be investigated?
I think they should definitely be investigated.
And Dr. Small, you mentioned this already. The New York Times reported in August 2023 that Code Pink's founder is now married to Neville Roy Singham, a multimillionaire who lives in Shanghai and funds a whole network of pro-CCP and anti-Israel protest groups. Mr. Chairman, I would like to also enter that record, that article from the New York Times into the record.
Without objection.
If American-backed organizations protested like this in China, they would be locked up and shut down immediately. That's the fact of it. Dr. Small, what should the U.S. government be doing to stop this flow of subversive money into our country?
So in my submission, we call for various recommendations, including the Department of Education and other government entities should do thorough investigations into foreign funding and its impact on our higher education. We believe our higher education is young people come to universities to learn how to be citizens, and they're being miseducated on many important issues that guarantee our freedoms, such as freedom of speech and other democratic freedoms that we have here.
Thank you. I yield back.
Thank you.